everybody. Got a bunch more stuff done. And by the way, if you're wondering how I'm pushing out all these releases, I have the week off. So don't expect me to work at this pace in the near future, but for now, I got a lot of time on my hands. So yeah, I got a little bit more done. The main thing is I added usernames, and this is not even something I was planning on adding, but enough people asked for it, meaning like 3 people asked for it, but that's like 50% of my user base, so I figured I should listen. So for example, this is my main account here with my typical username, and you can see other people have already started setting it. So usernames are optional. You don't start with one, but the way it works is actually exactly how I described it last video. If you go to your page and you edit your banner, you can just do /name and then add your username to it, and then my server will parse it and set it as your username, assuming it's not already taken or it doesn't violate any other restrictions. Right now it's kind of restrictive, as I mentioned in this post. It's only lowercase letters. Eventually I'll probably loosen it up, like especially if I want to do work on internationalizing and allowing other scripts. Technically it supports Unicode right now, like the BBS does, but for usernames I figured I'll start restrictive. I can always loosen it later. So yeah. And besides usernames, the other thing that I did is not really visible, but it has to do with spam control, because previously, when you first created an account and you made a post, I just hid it by default, which was a pretty good solution. But the problem is, if I start getting a lot of spam, yeah, it will technically be hidden, but it will still be in the database. And that means anybody who's pulling the Git repo will pull all that crap. And so I thought, well, I need a better solution. So instead of just hiding posts by default, I actually store them in a totally separate database now. I'm calling it Limbo. So when you first create an account and make a post, you're going to have a little tag called mod limbo, which just indicates that you're not in the database yet. You're in a separate database. And so I'm just going to, and obviously I can move you out of limbo whenever. So I'm going to do that constantly, just like I was unhiding people before. But that's the only purpose of it. It's just so if I wake up one morning and I got spammed to oblivion, well, at least it's in the Limbo database and not in the real database. It's kind of funny that I'm even worried about this, because right now it's not big enough for people to want to spam it, but I figured I should come up with something robust right now so I don't have to frantically design something later. So that's Limbo. I was going to call it Purgatory, but I realized it was too long of a word, because I have to type it in every time I want to find people in the database. And I was like, I'm too lazy to type Purgatory all the time. So I looked it up in the thesaurus, and I was like, oh, Limbo is good enough. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with this little tune that somebody made, just because I like it. It's somebody from Sweden, and I won't play all of it, but I'll give you a little taste. All right. I'm gonna go to bed now. So I hope you like it. If not, screw you.